So you brought up intermittent fasting, so I do want to talk about that because right now that if you get on any social media, it's everywhere. Everywhere you
Yeah.
look, intermittent
Hmm.
fasting. So when I started the carnivore thing, I didn't I don't like the word fasting because I feel like something's being taken away from me.
Mm.
So I didn't even know I was doing it. Like I would eat at like at 11 or 12 o'clock. I wouldn't eat again until like 6 or 7, and then I'm done. I wouldn't be hungry again until that
Hmm.
next day at 11, 12 o'clock. So I guess I was doing technically intermittent fasting.
Hmm. Right.
But did the same work for you? Is that kind of what happened? You just sort of fell into it?
I did. I think it was the the easy thing for me was to cut breakfast out, and technically that's a fast. My first meal would be at lunch, and then I'd eat again at dinner time. But um, yeah, I didn't really apply the intermittent fasting until sometime later I could see that I could go for periods without getting hungry, and so I started with some 1 day fast, one meal a day. After doing the no breakfast thing, one meal a day, and then I thought, well, let's go 2 days.
You
And
did you did that?
oh yeah,
Oh
yeah,
wow.
I do 2 day fasts fairly regularly. I think a 2 or 3 day fast is good to do like once a month.
Why
I've
do you
done
think
up to a
that?
five
What do
day.
you think the benefit of that is? Visceral fat, because, or what do you think the
Well,
benefit?
okay, so the big thing I was looking for at the time was weight loss, but I've come to find that fasting is a beautiful way that uh, our bodies have been designed in order to. So when you put the body under stress, the body responds by making hormones and enzymes that protect itself, and hormones that are reparative,
Okay.
and but we stay in this constant state of comfort, and we don't have those. And so fasting, if a person will fast on a regular basis, it helps the immune system. Uh, you know,
I
since
think.
COVID, I haven't been sick.
Ooh,
I know. I mean, I may have had maybe a cold one weekend,
really?
but
With all the people you're around.
right, right. And so I really do believe that the fasting had a lot to do with that, my immune system.
So it regenerates cells.
Yeah, yeah. Autophagy,
Yes,
right?
autophagy,
Yeah.
yes.
So I think that's a great way. You're getting rid of the old cells and putting in new cells
Okay.
that are
So the,
functioning and have a high. You increase your BMR
okay.
by autophagy.
What does
So
BMR stand for?
your basal metabolic rate.
Basal metabolic rate.
Yeah, and
Okay.
so just how hot your engine runs
Okay.
and how much energy your engine uses.
And the most you've gone is 2 days?
No, I've done a 5 day fast. Yeah, and did it during work, and so it was. People were going, "How do you have energy?" I'm like, "I'm not hungry at all.
So you didn't eat anything?
Nothing."
Water, coffee,
Yeah, I had
tea?
black coffee. Black coffee.
That's it.
Yeah, water. Yeah.
How long ago did you do that?
It was last year. I did it toward last fall. I had a 5 day fast. Yeah, yeah,
Huh.
and could have kept going. I really wasn't hungry. When you get your body converted to burning ketones, we're feeding ourselves fat, and your body's burning fat. It gets used to burning fat,
Yes.
and when you quit feeding yourself fat, it burns your own fat,
Right.
and you just don't know you're hungry because it says, okay, I'll just go get some fat here, and I'll get some ketones here, instead of from the hamburger you didn't eat.
Right.
So that's why the ketogenic diet works great for intermittent fasting. And so, yeah, I could have gone longer. Now, I didn't get weak and I didn't get hungry, okay? Now,
Wow.
I did start to feel the effects of not having food for a while because you're not getting nutrients at that time either.
Right.
It's not just that you're not putting energy in your system, but you're not putting nutrients either. And it's really important when you're fasting to get enough salt in your system.
Mm-hmm.
And I was eating a lot of salt.
A lot of electrolytes.
Yeah, well, just sea salt.
Oh, okay.
Just Himalayan sea salt.
Okay.
And
Okay. Huh.
and that's how I did a prolonged fasting.
Wow. So that leads into the workout thing, because I don't know if you've heard of Sean O'Mara, the doctor. He's all into intermittent fasting, and he thinks going for like long term, like 5 days at a time, and that it really gets Satan's fat, the visceral fat, which is the deadly fat. It's making so many people sick. So he is all about that. He's all about the pulsing and all that kind of stuff. And it's, if you want to look up Dr. Sean O'Mara, he explains it really deeply. It's like give you a headache, but he talks about it recompositions, and that's what the carnivore does, keto does. So we're building muscle, even as you're burning that fat while you were doing that, you're still building muscle.
Right. Right.
And so I want to talk about your muscle mass. So what have you noticed in the change?
Oh, well, that's
when
a good question. I wish I had known the journey I was going to be on it and had recorded as I went, because I can just tell you how I think I was.
That's perfect.
I think I was over 20% body fat at some point. I really do believe that just switching to the ketogenic diet alone will change your body composition.
Okay.
You will lose fat and you will gain muscle. You're eating a lot of protein.
Just naturally. Your body's just doing it.
Yeah, and I think that's just a natural thing and I think I noticed that, but I've always worked out. Okay?
Okay.
I've always, as a matter of fact, here's the crazy thing. I used to work out 5 days a week. I used to get up at 5 a.m. and work out an hour, hour and a half every day. And I did that for maybe 20 years.
Okay.
But you can't work out enough to overcome what you eat.
Yes.
And there's no way to do that.
Right.
And so when I started ketogenic diet, I was working out at 2 to 3 days a week. And I still work out 2 hours a week. That's what I do now. I work out 2 hours a week. I work out an hour on Monday evenings and then maybe another hour sometime during the week.
That's all.
And that's it. That's all
wow.
I do. I'm not a gym rat, and I'm not a slave in the gym. I don't sweat much. I don't like that. I'll work out, and usually resistance training is what I'm doing.
Okay.
I did for many years the CrossFit stuff, and that was great, but at my age, I can't flip and flop anymore.
Right.
My joints don't hold up as well, and so I just went to resistance training. But it's not about what you do; it's about what you eat.
Right.
What you eat has more to do with how you look than what you do. I believe.
Working out wise, you mean?
Yeah, I think, and even bodybuilders will tell you that the key to bodybuilding is what you eat. Recently, I saw a documentary with Arnold Schwarzenegger. He's gone to plant-based now.
Really?
Yes, he's totally plant-based. But he said himself that you don't need that much protein. He said back in the day when he was working out, he was taking steroids too.
Yeah.
But he said he would eat 250 grams of protein a day because he weighed 250 pounds lean. And but he said a human body doesn't need that much. Where if you just feed it, your body can make it. If it doesn't have to have, you don't have to eat that much protein. So,
well, I'm in turning 62, and we're obviously different people, different man and woman. We've got different things going on, but for me, I'm big in right now to gaining muscle. I want the muscle just because I don't want to fall anymore. I don't want to do stupid stuff like that.
Right.
So I do consume a lot of protein, but it's very, very healthy protein. No carbs. I have little to no carbs. And that's pretty much, but I'm still in that. I'm only a year and a half into this, so I am still literally watching my body recomposition.
Mm-hmm.
It is the craziest thing I've ever seen, and I don't go kill myself at the gym. I do go 5 days a week, but I don't do anything crazy. I'm just trying to regain the muscle of my youth, I guess. But for me, I need that. I can just tell. I get hungry. I need the protein, and if I eat the protein, I'm fine. I'm just fine.
Yeah, I think that you hit on a couple of things there. The one thing is the more I would work out, the hungrier I would get.
Yes.
And so if I'm trying to lose weight, I don't need to be hungry because then I go to Bojangles and get a chicken biscuit. So actually for me, since I'm 60, and so I don't recover as fast as I used to 30 years ago.
Okay.
And so I can't maintain that workout pace anymore. I maintain a pace, and I work out hard when I work out, but I give myself a full week to recover that muscle,
wow.
a full week. And I believe since I've done that, I've started adding muscle.
Okay.
I think I was
good
working
to
out
know.
more than I needed to, and I wasn't recovering enough. And so I believe recovery is a huge part of building muscle too. So you've got to have the building blocks, but you've got to have recovery too. And most trainers will tell you that you've got to fully recover.
Right.
And so I couldn't recover anymore. That's why I had to quit the CrossFit, because
Yeah.
I just wasn't recovering. I was staying sore and hurting all the time.
Well, so if you're doing 2 days a week,
2
to get
hours.
2
yeah.
hours. So are you doing supersets to hit all your muscle groups? So like I do arms one day, I'm sorry, biceps and back, and I do triceps and chest, and then I, like my son calls it the push and pull. I don't really know all that stuff, whatever. But then I do abs and legs one day, and shoulder. I work on my shoulders because women have this going on, so I'm really focusing on getting that
Posture,
shoulder
yeah.
back. So that's my 5 days. So each muscle's getting each set's getting those.
Yeah, I mean, you
So
can do
how
it that way.
do you do it? Do you superset it? If
Yeah,
you're only
I mean-
doing 2 days a week, 2 hours a week.
I will do. I work out with. I call him my personal trainer, but he's a fitness guru. But Eric Inc. is a policeman here in town,
Okay.
and he's known being a physical maniac. I mean, the guy's is just shredded,
Oh.
and so. Me and about 3 other people, he has a home gym that we work out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we work out there for an hour on Monday nights, and it's pretty intense. That's just upper body though.
Okay.
And then I go another day to a gym and do lower body workouts.
Okay. So that's how you break yours apart.
Yeah, I might throw in some abs or biceps outside of that, but not often. And we try to save the weekends for stuff like hiking. We did a 20-mile hike this past weekend at Fall Creek Falls.
Okay.
My wife and I. We might go kayaking. We have bicycles.
I think y'all still
we
bike. You used to bike a lot.
don't so much anymore, but
Okay.
I mean we can do that. Yeah, we try to do fun stuff, or maybe we don't do anything. We just work around the house, But I try to leave the weekends open to enjoy, and whatever that is, whatever it is.
Well, if you look like that and you're only working out 2 hours a week, that says a lot. I mean, you look amazing.
Well, now it's a hard hour, and thank you, but it's a hard hour. It's a real workout. I mean,
sweat.
and I'm broken down. I mean,
Okay.
it's a hard upper body workout.
That's good.
And the leg day. Who likes leg day? But I mean, but that's all I'm doing right
Okay.
now. But I'm giving myself time to recover, and I'm not doing anything else physical, pretty much.
Well, I think that's so many people, and I've been overweight, so I can say this, and you have been overweight, so you can agree. I go to the gym, and I used to go to the gym when I was heavier, and nothing worked. It was just, I would pound it out on the stupid treadmill. I would do all the stupid cardio, and I'm saying stupid because it makes me mad thinking of how much time I wasted. But I would do all those exercises, and I never saw results because something had changed. And like I said, we have menopause. It's different for us, a little different, but nothing was changing. And of course, I wasn't probably changing the way I ate. I wasn't ready for that until I learned about the keto and the cardio. Until I saw you, as a matter of fact. And then I started researching those because I had done Atkins before, and it worked for a little while, but it just wasn't sustainable for me at that time. So now I look at it and go, when I go to the gym, I barely break a sweat. I'm sorry. I go 5 days a week, but I'm in and out in 45 minutes. I've done my muscle work, and I'm gaining muscle. It doesn't even make sense. I've got biceps and triceps, and and I'm not even really putting that much of an effort in.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm in and out. My son goes 3 hours. I'm in and out in 45 minutes. And then I do maybe cardio, very rarely, just a little bit. I go walking all the time. I do walks, but nothing that's crazy. And look at us.
Yeah, it's fun, isn't it?
Yes.
But you've got the nutrition.
Yes.
You've got good nutrition.
Yes.
And you've got your macronutrients in the proper order. And in the right ratios. And you're working out, but you're also giving yourself time to recover too.
Right. Mm-hmm.
And so I think that's the key to it.